Hello, and there has been a lot of leaks recently on Doomsday, and I haven't seen much about it, but I wanted to talk a little bit about if I think it's going to be peak or not. So, starting out, my reasons for why it would be peak is if they just make it like a 3-hour long masterpiece. I'm talking tons of action and Doom just being Doom and destroying things, controlling things, and just doing what Doom does. I don't know much about his abilities, but just like make him make sense, explain him, and make him Doom and not like what Fan 4 Stick did. Also explain why RDJ. Why is RDJ Doom? Not really explain it exactly, but give us a little bit of a reason and a backstory. Another thing on Doom is make him seem scary, make him seem menacing. Doom is a very menacing villain, a very evil villain, and give him a really evil intent behind all of his actions. Give him a really good reason for him to be doing all of the things he's doing. The next thing is to create the perfect storyline and pacing. This movie has so many characters and returning characters and a lot of things to explain, and without perfect pacing and a storyline that makes sense, this movie will be awful. If you just start throwing the characters at the screen and don't give them a reason or meaning to be there, then it just feels like you're just doing it for no reason and it becomes a big mess. So they really need to focus on making sure the pacing and the storyline is perfectly done. The next reason is I need S tier acting from these actors. I don't want any cringy faces, goofy noises, or cornball lines. No, none of that. Like I'm acting like I'm doing an ability. I want them to seem like they are the character. Like they are actually the character with the abilities in real life and actually feeling that pain and whatnot. Like I want S tier acting. I want it to hit. Because when you like the ending of Fantastic Four, when Invisible Woman is using her invisible push thing, that was so unimmersing because she just didn't seem like she was doing it, in my opinion. And that just felt really bad to me, and I feel like they could do a lot better with her. And I hope they get better with that in this movie because I want to be immersed. I want to be immersed in this movie. I want to feel it. Thus, creating the greatest Marvel movie cinematic experience ever created and making Doom a staple villain in the MCU like we all want. Now we're on to why this movie will not be peak. Starting out with reason 1, it is way too long. Making this movie too long will literally ruin the entire thing. No matter how good any part is, if you make this movie too long, it will become extremely boring and extremely unimmersive. And it's kind of treacherous where they're going with this movie because it's almost guaranteed this movie's going to be like 8 million years long. Because they have so many freaking characters and other things going on and so much mystery behind this movie. It's just impossible for them to not make this movie extremely long. And they just, like I said before, they just have to pace it perfectly and work out the storyline to make it make sense. And that's the only way to avoid making this movie awful. My next reason is they make it make no sense. Like they just start throwing characters at Doom and make a big fight and try to recreate the highs of Endgame, and it just becomes a cinematic disaster, and none of it makes sense. The story doesn't make sense, and it just becomes a tornado of nothingness because they didn't put any effort into the story or anything. Don't get me wrong, I think a freaking massive fight against Doctor Doom with all the characters we're getting would be pretty cool, but it would also be 10 times cooler if we had a cool story and a lot of reason and emotion behind all the fighting. And my final reason why this movie could suck is they way overuse CGI. I personally don't care if you have this massive CGI war, but I really want there to be a lot of practical effects, whether it's with Beast or Doctor Doom's suit, like characters like that. And one of my references for this is in the live action One Piece TV show. They're probably not the best reference, but they do it pretty good with characters like Arlong, Dalton, Chopper, or even the Giants, just, using practical effects to make them look huge. And I think they do really well on that because they rely on it to make their characters seem real, and it works really well and it looks really cool. And I think it just adds that last little bit of talent into the mix of all of the things that are going on, and not to mention it saves money. So I think this would be a huge change and a awesome thing to see on the big screen. So yeah, those are my reasons, those are my thoughts. If you have any thoughts, please comment down below. Helps a lot. Thanks for watching. Bye.